Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. It seems the mic is picking me up, but is it picking me up correctly? Let's really quickly listen in on how my sound is coming through. The mic is picking me up, but is it picking... It is picking me up just fine. Good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a rather late in the evening art stream. Today, I was really tied down. It's a real I Hate Mondays day for your pal Minsk here, but despite that, I am endeavoring to have a fun little art stream today, so we'll do a couple hours today and then call it there. Maybe even less, I don't know. Like, I really just wanted to unwind by doing another art stream, and I've been meaning to do it, so despite it being a little bit late in the evening over here, we're gonna do a little bit, so we can at least get one image done that we were working on last time. So, yeah, thanks for joining. Whether you are watching this live or you're popping in to watch the VOD, I hope you look forward to this rambling little art occasion. Should be a good time. Before we get started over here, let's just put the music on, shall we? As always, we are using rainwave.cc for our video game music channel. I specifically pick, out of the various options, I picked a channel titled Game, so that it's only actual game soundtracks. And right now there's a song from Too Human going on. Let's put that on. There we go. I remember Too Human, sorta, kinda, mainly because of it was one of those, like, troubled production games. I didn't ever play it myself, unfortunately, so, but I knew the hubbub about it back in the day, and I imagine that hubbub's died down quite a bit nowadays, but it was a very ambitious project that, sadly, did not seem to stick the landing, so what are you gonna do? Oh well. Yes, so, this art project, everybody, as a reminder, I am hoping that I'm going to be able to run a game of Marvel Multiverse RPG at a convention this summer. So I have been working on some character art for some of the, preset characters, which in practice means that I am, in fact, drawing a bunch of Marvel comic superheroes, so isn't that fun? So, we have 5 out of 6 characters done here. Oh, I forgot the little cheat sheet to show who we are drawing. Hold on, let me quickly... I can get that. I can get that, I'm sure. Hold on. There we go. Here's the plan on the heroes that we're going to be drawing. Nope. There we go. We are doing Luke Cage, Rocket Raccoon, Spider-Man and Wolverine, as well as Black Widow, Ms. Marvel, Squirrel Girl, and Storm. And we have finished drawing 5 of these characters, and we're starting the 6th one, which is Ms. Marvel. I got the, sketch almost done last time. I thought I was done when we ended last time, but there's one change I want to do this, and I realized I forgot to sketch something in here. I remembered it in the rough sketch here, but I forgot to do it in the, sketch. So, yeah, we're not quite done with this. As a reminder, we did Rocket Raccoon last time. Which, by the way, hold on. This is 500 by 700. What the heck happened there? How did I change the... It should be 400. Whatever, I could change that. I could change that in post. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, we drew Rocket Raccoon, Squirrel Girl, Luke Cage, Black Widow, and last time, Wolverine. I adjusted this a little bit from last time. I kept, being I don't like the shape of his head. So I kind of just changed it a little bit. Now, unfortunately, his shoulder looks a little weird here, so I might have to do a second pass on that still and fix up the little line art on his shoulders. I don't know. Or, well, just traps specifically, but, this is the best I could do with Wolverine. And now we're doing Ms. Marvel! Alright, so everybody, let's just get cracking on that, shall we? Yeah, so the things I wanted to do. First of all, a change. I kept thinking about it, and I think It'd be more fun if her hand does like a little loop-de-loop here to like really show off how stretchy it is. It is surprisingly difficult to draw a big old stretchy character now, isn't it? Ooh. So something like that. I think it should be a little bit straighter there. Didn't even have to do all that much work. See, that's pretty fun looking, right? There we go. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I could move her a little bit to the left so we could get a little bit more of that loop visible there, but I don't know. I think it's fine like this. Do you guys feel that way? Maybe? So we'll leave it like that. The other thing I realized, she's got a scarf. Thankfully, I was looking at my reference pictures of Ms. Marvel and was like, oh yeah, she's got that dramatic scarf that dangles behind her. So I did, of course, remember to sketch that in the rough sketch there. You can see that. But forgot to do it for this more detailed version. So let's do that real quick as well, and then we can get started on the inking there. Let's put that corner a little bit there so it's not quite kissing with the limb there. And also maybe make that hand a little bit narrower there. Okay. There we go. And what do you know? I didn't need to do all that much, just fixing there. So now all we gotta start doing is the inking portion, the line art portion. And yeah, after that she'll be done. Yeah, and I guess we could get started. We'll see. Again, like I'm streaming a little late today, so I might keep this stream short. We'll see how I'm feeling, but like at least get the sketches done here, you know, would be pretty nice, you know. Oh, sweet, Heroes of Might and Magic music, always hype when that comes up. I was so crap at those games back in the day when I was a kid, because I was a dumb kid. I didn't really get how to play strategy games like that, so I never really got anything done in the Heroes games, but like still remember them damn fondly. Now Olden Era's out, it's fun to see that there's like a real like push of like people interested for that again, you know? Cool to see that like there's still some legs with that series. People are marking out for it. Just a wee bit. Alright, gotta pull up my image of Ms. Marvel here so I can figure out how to do this. The hairstyle differs a little bit. Sometimes she's got like this like single cowlick here. Ooh. Hey. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Goodness heavens. Forgot to make the line art layer. There we go. I was like, that's not the right color. And it wasn't. But, yeah, there we go. Like, she's got fairly dark hair, so I'm probably going to have to use the inks quite a bit to get that effect, but I'm also trying to, like, make it look very voluminous, so I'm using a lot of just line art sketches here to like try to sell that vibe there, you know? I don't know. Hopefully my intent is coming through okay there. I think, yeah, I gotta make this cowlick here a little bit shorter though, so you can see her other eye there. I mean, I've seen one image where like it comes like all the way down, kind of traces kind of in front of her nose here, but like it's gonna block. It's gonna block her nose a little bit there. Well, I don't know. I guess we can do it like that. I don't know about the shape there. Well, let's do the other side first. Like that. Oh, a vocal track. Good heavens. What the heck? That came out of nowhere. What is this? A Xenosaga song. Interesting. Yasunori Mitsuda. Okay. I know what Xenosaga is, but I haven't played them. I did not realize Yasunori Mitsuda was responsible for the music. That's pretty hype. That's the one with Cosmos, who then ends up cameoing in a bunch of later Xeno games. Like, actually, yeah, just Xenoblade 2, right? I don't know, whatever. But popular character, yes, that's the impression I've gotten. Dude, I was not ready for a vocal track. Oops, didn't mean to pull that one up. Sorry, guys. That came out of nowhere, but sure. I don't know. Try to make a little bit of cartoony teeth for her, but that's like, I don't know, a little tricky. I think that's about the best I'll get, but hey, I like it. It's a little cheeky. Ooh, you can see I'm doing that real rookie mistake when doing line art, where I'm just doing those like little inching things, but those end up looking kind of bad. I'm sure there's times where that's appropriate for art for sure, but like definitely it's not an intentional move on my part of like, well, that's the intent I want. It's my incredible insecurity there. I think it looks okay with that when they're doing like these hairlines here, so. So, I'm doing a little bit crazy when it comes to the hair there, with the line work there. I think it's fine. There we go. There's that. Now let's see if I can get that picture again so I can make sure. Yeah. Kind of goes like that. It's a pretty good song. Interesting. It's crazy that they got it. Like, didn't they didn't manage to get all the Xenosaga parts out, right? Like, because sadly, I don't think Xenosaga never exactly hit super hard. I don't think, it wasn't like a giant smash hit, but they managed to get all the parts out. Same thing, another very different game I feel like, but the Dot Hack games, there was 4 parts to that Dot Hack series on the PlayStation 2, and like actual parts that connect to one another, and I'm pretty sure they did all of them, right? I only ever played the first one. I think Infection was the first part. A friend had that, so. Did I even borrow it, or was I just, like, playing it while over with it? I don't remember. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm just thinking back, like, how involved that dot hack infection was. Like, man, 3 more parts of that? A little much, honestly. But yeah, I'm impressed that they managed to make those. And, like, they did a second series, I'm pretty sure. There was a second dot hack series of games, I think. I think that one was, like, 3 parts, I think. Kind of wacky. Whatever. Well, that was a pleasant song. The next 3 songs available for a vote, I don't know what any of these are, so... We're getting a song called Lunar Land from a game called Wiz and Liz, so that... Alright. Sounds... pretty much what it... Like, yeah, like... This is pretty much what that title makes it sound like, so that's good. Very good, very good. Wiz and Liz. This sounds like some kind of Amiga era game, you know? Amiga, Commodore, something like that. Doesn't sound like the Commodore sound chip, but like that era of games, so... Delightful. Draw a few wrinkles there. Yeah, it's kind of weird drawing a giant hand, but like that is how it works. So you know, she is a big old stretchy, embiggening lady. So you know. This is a real tightrope I'm walking here. First of all, I did mention last time I've used my own hand quite a bit for a reference, and I do not have the hands of a teenage girl. But anyway, the other tricky part, although I have been told I have rather nimble hands for a dude, I guess, so well, whatever. Weird brag, but whatever. I'm walking a tightrope here between, because her hand is so enlarged, it should like have like visible extra, you know, wrinkles and stuff. Like the details should be a lot more visible, but that immediately like ages her hand when I do that. So it's like actually a little hard for me to like draw her hand without making it look like it's the hand of a well, a middle-aged dude, for one, but even just an aged person in general, you know? I don't know. Something like that. I think this should go a little bit like that. Yeah, alright. About the best I can do. That's kind of fun. I'll still dig it, though. The heck? Flamenco explosion is this? What? Oh, Ace Combat Zero music. I've only ever heard the titular song Zero, so... don't recognize the rest of the music. I did not realize there's more flamenco on that soundtrack. Wow. That's kind of fun. Damn, there's 5 minutes of flamenco, apparently. This is the epilogue song, so that's fun. Damn, it's just straight up this good old Spanish guitar flamenco tune. Isn't that delightful? Okay, there we go. Right, so today, just to fucking gripe a little bit about today. Apart from just being a busy day where I had like a bunch of errands to take care of after work, I had to get a new phone. It's like, ugh. My old one I've been using for 8 years, which I guess is kind of like nowadays end of life for a lot of phones. I was hoping I could keep using it for a couple more, get a full decade out of the thing, but it has been acting up way too much lately. Like, weird errors and slowdowns and shit, so that I've had to, like... I was like, Oh, this is, by the way, this singing is the one that is in Zero. The actual, like, song, Zero, yes. This movement and these lyrics, this women singing is... Huh, that's cool. Nice motif. I dig it. Right, so... I bit the bullet, I went and got a new phone. Had to negotiate with that purchase because, of course, they're like, well, would you like a new phone, what is it in English? Just a complete brain fart. A new, like, subscription? Payment plan? What is it? Like your phone subscription. Whatever it is. Like, yeah, you want to maybe have a new one? You'll get a big old discount on this new phone if you take it. So I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do it. But then they're like trying to set up the new thing, like trying to migrate the information, which did not go super well because I don't like using cloud saving. I don't like handing out information to companies. So like I didn't have like a nice cloud saved stock of all my messages and stuff. I was able to cloud migrate my phone numbers, and that's the most important part. I would have hated having to like set all those up again. So pretty late that I at least got those, but I lost basically all my messages. Lost them on all the programs as well, you know, like I have my old phone, thankfully, and those are still saved there, even though you can't make any calls with it anymore. But like it's still available there, so I can at least look up the stuff from there. But yeah, so like I just really struggled and fought to like set up stuff, and also it's just all those like give us all your privacy, like check the buttons here to like allow us to just snoop on all your stuff. Like no, and then trying to like still retain all the information that I could from my old phone while that happens. Drove me just a little bit batty. That's also why I'm started the stream so late in the evening, because I couldn't after coming home with the phone, I couldn't just leave that stuff undone. So yeah, I had to handle that stuff, you know, before I could sit down. I would have wanted to start like an hour earlier than I did even, but yeah, I had to take care of business, fight with my phone to have all the settings in order, and you know, all the programs I need and everything that I could. Now it seems to be okay, so all good on that front. But yeah, boy, it's funny because as a millennial, I guess I should be pretty tech savvy, but I guess I am also in a dinosaur phase. So once things got smart, quote unquote, with tech, I kind of fell out of the loop to some extent. So because I don't again, all this integration with the clouds and all these like setting up accounts gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like setting all that stuff up, and I don't like giving all that stuff out to like big old companies. So it like I like it's the same when I had to buy some concert tickets lately, and I had to use a service where you had to have like a login credential, and I was like, ugh. If I weren't buying them because someone else wants to also go to the concert with me, I would have maybe been like, screw that, I'm not that interested. But like, yes, I just way more prefer a web store where you can just buy without having to make an account. So, but this one was not such a service. It's like, ugh. Oh, sweet, we got Donkey Kong music. Forest Interlude from Diddy's Kong Quest. Great, great, great soundtrack. Although, I hate to be this, but was David Wise somebody who was, like, something came out about him not treating fans great? Ah, shit, I should not speculate on something that idle on a stream. I do apologize, that's rude. But I could swear David Wise came up at some point. Yeah. Shoot, that's bad form for me. I should not go gossiping bad about figures on a live stream like that. Sorry, everybody. Let's focus on the music while, don't have any more concrete information. Classic soundtrack, absolutely. Forest Interlude, not the most obvious one to pull, but like it's a, I don't think there's any bad songs on the DK2 soundtrack. DKC2, Classic. It's crazy. I don't know. It's wacky that DKC2 ended up being so much like I think it's general consensus that it is the best of the 3 Donkey Kong countries on the Super Nintendo, and like I would probably sign off on that myself. Like I don't mean to imply I don't agree. Like it's kind of my favorite, but it's just crazy that it's not Donkey Kong's game. Like he's not a playable character in that. In fact, the plot is to rescue Donkey Kong. Yet that's the one that kind of stuck as the number 1. I mean, the first one's also beloved for sure. Like it is well regarded, but like me personally, it definitely feels like it's a little rough, the first one, in presentation and mechanics, and like they really did refine it for 2, and 2 is the big winner, in that sense. So yeah, like, but it's just wacky to me that it's a game where Donkey Kong doesn't even star. And also, like, to me, it's always been like Donkey Kong and Diddy have like this big and small guy dynamic that I think makes them a good pair. Like, Donkey Kong's able to beat up the big enemies, but Diddy's got like great mobility. So it just feels like a little wacky that like you have 2 little guy characters you play as in DKC2, Like Dixie and Diddy are both tiny guys who do have different mobility options. Although I would say that it's less obvious, like, how Diddy differs. He's faster on the ropes, is the big one, compared to Dixie. So, like, he does have his utilities, but, like, yeah, he's faster at climbing, whereas Dixie, of course, has hover flight with her pigtails, which is such a huge thing. Yeah, like, just like, wow, huh. It feels like it shouldn't, like, be such a banger, but it in fact is. And then 3's fine too. I do like 3 quite a bit. It's good fun, and they in fact did fix it up by bringing another big guy in there. It's what's Kiddy Kong is that like big guy? But again, now the big and small like dynamic is there. But that's even crazier because now it's not even Diddy and Donkey, and you don't really even know what happened to those guys. Like I think they get mentioned at the start or in the guidebook, about how they went ahead. But yeah, you're not playing as either of the OGs from the first game. It was some way it's like kind of wacky. It's like punk. It's kind of fun that like something like that crazy, for the like that kind of like bold choices in like protagonists So, like, I'm not saying it's bad at all. Absolutely. Like, I love... I've been on the record. Donkey Kong is my guy with Nintendo. Out of the Nintendo protagonists, I really love Donkey Kong, and I love Donkey Kong Country. But it's fascinating, you know? Okay, guys, we've only been doing a half hour, but I'm thinking I'll already take a quick break here so I can get more water, and we can then do the inking. Do a little bit of inks here for Ms. Marvel to make her design pop out. And after that, well, we don't need to roll the dice anymore because we're going to do one of the lads, and there's only one guy left, and I've been on the record, if you've been watching these streams, I am terrified of doing this one. Spider-Man, yikes. But we shall endeavor. But yeah, let's get Ms. Marvel done first, but first a 5-minute break here, so... Just, go. Yeah, alright, everybody. Just chillax and come back in just a little bit, and we will rock with the inks and then eventually the Spleedem and get that started. Okay? Groovy. I'll catch you in just a bit. Okay, bye. And I'm back, everybody. Ooh, we got Splatterhouse music playing here. While you guys were on break. Dang, I missed that. That's fun. Splatterhouse has some great music, all them old ones. I don't remember the, like, PS3 Splatterhouse. I never played it. Obviously, the music's gonna be a little bit different, so I don't know. Hoping it's good still. And, right, yeah, so let's do a little bit of inking here. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this, actually. Don't want to go, like, too overboard with it, so... I'm gonna do a little bit for her hair, for sure, because she is quite dark-haired. So, absolutely. I think she'd look weird if I did not have a little bit of, put a little bit of just there as well. Now, what did I do there? What did I do with the line art right there? I don't know. Let's do that. That looks so better. I'm not sure what I was doing with the line art there. That looked weird. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Go. What is this song? Fate Extella Link. I'm not familiar with the Fate games. I haven't even, watched the anime ever. Actually, all I know about Fate is I often see the art come up for one of the gacha games, Grand Order, I guess. So fun designs there. That is the gacha game thing, though. That's the one, I'm like, oh, you gotta hand it to them. There's some fun art in those. It's on purpose, because they want to sell those characters to you. But yeah, no. Can't say I'm a big gacha guy at all. But, yeah. Favorite Fate guy? Probably Napoleon. That's such a fun design to make him, this super hunky pretty boy guy. Because that's, so different from, classical depictions of Napoleon. I don't know. I think it's fun. Ooh, Kirby music. Well, oh, listen to that. It's Gourmet Race, even. The song's just titled Dreamland. This is Kirby Air Ride that we're listening to right now. Yeah, it's just titled Dreamland, but they snuck in, wow, this very incredible Gourmet Race rendition. I love it. I'm not sure what to do about the shading on the scarf there. I'm wondering if I should go pretty heavy on the inking for her outfit. I think it will make her outfit pop out a little bit more if I'm willing to color it in a little bit more here, you know? This is a great rendition of, well, Gourmet Race, but Kirby's Dream Land in general. I'm digging this quite a bit. Let's just color this in for now. Maybe I can figure out where do you erase it to. I don't know. Something like that. Let's switch to this tool, actually. Eraser tool there. I think that looks alright. We'll let that be like so. Oop, no, that's wrong. What the heck? I have the wrong tool. I was like, what the heck? Why isn't this painting the way I want it to? No, it's also the wrong tool. I just wanted to use the pen. Right, so those are supposed to be like gold bands, so I'm trying to get like a little bit of a gold sheen there. I think I did it okay-ish. Alright, now here I should probably do like a little bit of coloring in. Feeling a little rusty with this inking of mine. Like, I think some of the guys I've been drawing, I've been doing a really good job, honestly, if I can pat myself on the back a little bit. But now today I'm feeling a little bit off. Like, how do you do these again? I don't want to go overboard, you know? Yeah, okay. I think that looks fine. A little bit of... No, I'm not sure I like that. Let's do a little bit of shadow there. A little bit of shadow there. No, I don't know. I don't think I should mess with the face all that much. I think it looks fine the way it is. So let's not get into that one too much. Oh, we got Star Sailor from Snake Eater playing here. How delightful. Another vocal track. This might get me a little bit of a copyright notice on YouTube. Oh well. I hope it doesn't like cut out the music like live as we're sitting here. That would be unfortunate. Remind me again, did this play in the credits of MGS3, or was this only in... Was this only like those like hidden like radio channels you could call up to like get like music playing on them? I can't remember. A little bit of shading there. There we go. I think that turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with Ms. Marvel, ultimately. Yeah, this one I was a little bit struggling with, like, what to do about her uniform here, but I think coloring it in full like this was a pretty good idea. You know, a little bit of shading here to, like, show that it's not, like, full jet, like, matte black, you know. Voodoo. Go. So yeah, that's Ms. Marvel done. Huzzah, everybody. Can we push on for about 45 more minutes? Do I have it in me? I'm gotta admit, I wanted to do this stream today to, like, you know, because I was feeling bad about not having been able to chance to do it, but I gotta admit, I'm feeling a little bit low energy. But I hate to lose this chance to get started on the next character, though. So the next character, of course, the one, the only, we left him last. Out of the lag, we left him last. Spiderman. Spiderman. Or Spindelman. In Swedish. When I was a kid, around the turn of the millennium, like, where we were living, for some reason, Fox Kids came on, but it was like a Nordic version of it, so everything was dubbed into, I think it was Swedish, so the 90s Spider-Man cartoon aired, and it was in Swedish, which was certainly a trip. And the one thing I remember is always, like, Kingpin, whenever he would talk about Spider-Man, like, he'd call him Spindelmannen. I mean, they all called him Spindelmannen. That's how it was translated into Swedish. But I just remember the, like, really gravelly voice that Swedish Kingpin had, like a Spindelmannen. It has been etched in my mind. Right. Speaking of Spindelmannen here, just setting this up here, ready to go. Right, I'm gonna have to pull up images of our guy. Our spidery guy. As a reminder, I'm not sure I can pull in images of you know, the guys I'm using as reference here on the stream, so I have my reference images open on a separate you know, screen here. But yeah, I'm basically just, like, looking up. I had to write comic Spider-Man. I wrote Marvel Spider-Man, and I was pulling a bunch of images from the video games, which isn't exactly the look I'm looking for. I mean, there's some mixed in other guys, but, like, I need more comics references. Okay, see if I can figure out how to do this. There's some fun dynamic images of our boy Spider-Man. This is tricky, by the way. This is also, I've been freaking out about having to draw the, like, spider web patterns. I'm also not sure, like, it's really tricky because his whole head is covered up by the mask, so it's gonna be a big egg shape. And I'm going to be able to render that well. As you guys may have heard, I don't know, like, there was a weird there was a weird art issue with the original Ultimate Spider-Man. Like, in a lot of images, he got drawn with a weird, like, basketball head shape that looked a little unnatural, looked rather uncanny. They think they got it fixed eventually, but they like even like referenced it like in the comics at one point. Like I don't remember who it was. Like one of Peter's confidants was like, "We gotta get your hair cut, dude. It's like making your head puff up really weird under the mask." That was like the explanation for why his head was shaped like a basketball. But alright, I'm gonna try and avoid that. I'm gonna try and draw regular old Spungler Man, if I can do that. I don't know. Oh, Lufia music. That's cool. Can't hate on that, Limitola. Oh, I've heard this tune somewhere. Yeah. That seems familiar. I haven't played Lufia either. Sorry. Sorry. Man, I'm so freaking out, you guys, because I got great references for our lad Spider-Man here, but man, am I just like, oh, man. So, let me see if I can get dangling. I'm going to write dangling as a word here in Google. Oh, hey, yeah, that gets exactly the kind of images I'm looking for. Good. So, yeah, a couple streams ago, we got a viewer popping in and offering some comments into videos, and they asked if I could try to draw the classic pose, which is Spider-Man dangling on his rope. And I was like, you know, I was also floating other ideas for how to draw him, but like, yeah, I'm thinking that's fun, so I'm thinking we're gonna do that. So, there, that's the wrong tool. Now, basically, I'm drawing this picture upside down from what it's gonna be the final, because it's easier to draw him with the head here and like this way. But I'm gonna flip the image once it's done to have him dangling upside down to get that Spider-Man effect going, you know? So, like, in case you're wondering why this image is the way it is, there you go. I gotta be careful to remember that, like, stuff will dangle this way then. But, yeah. Shoot, okay. Go. Just quickly pop in the what it's probably gonna look like the Spider-Man eyes there. I don't know. Yeah, this looks kind of weird already. Immediate freak out. Hold on, let's just see what's our guidelines here. God damn it. Rare case when I'm drawing a character who is like looking dead on, you know. I could, in fact, you know, use a symmetrical tool if I really wanted to, but let's see. So Spider-Man is like buff, but he's like toned, right? So I don't want to like go overboard with the muscles on Spider-Man here. Which is a little tricky for me. I think I mentioned that. Like, I want to draw a guy, I want to kind of draw just big bulging muscles. But Spider-Man, of course, definitely that like mega athlete look, which, by the way, Pretty good catch with Tom Holland on that front. That guy's physique is kind of crazy when you see it a couple times where he's like shirtless in the MCU movies. I think he had like a ballerina background. Is that correct? Like I think he like did ballet work before. The ballerina, is that only for a female ballet dancer? What's a bolero? What's the correct term for a dude who does ballet? I don't know. But I think, like, yeah, he might have a background with something like that, which is why he had, like, ridiculously good toned physique. I like this music, by the way, like, really, like, pumping me up to, like, get this image done. Like, it's... it is, of course, the Punch-Out theme. This is from Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. It's what I need to... Alright. Draw that there. This is the pose I'm looking at online. Is like he has like his hand pretty straight here, and I have like a nice and friendly wave here with the other hand. Like, hello, it's me, Spider-Man. It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So actually, that hand should that shoulder there should be a little bit more lifted like that. If he's gonna have his. I think I drew his drew his upper arm a little too long there. But I guess I could also just draw his. This song is really funny. I like it quite a bit. Oh yeah. Okay, what music did we get now? Super High Glide. Cool. That's a pull. Definitely the pull of a song. Oh, and there's a really, really, really classic song coming up after that. A classic Nintendo tune, so I'm voting for that one too. Some good choices otherwise here. At least one other song's a good choice as well, but like, yeah. We're gonna vote for the obvious one, and it's gonna win almost certainly. This is an advice I've heard at one point to like how to draw hands is like draw like this kind of, or like fingers. Draw like this fan divided into 3 because your fingers are kind of like three sections that form them. If you look at like how they bend in like 3 parts. I kind of skimp on this often when I draw like clenched up hands, but like that finger should be a little bit shorter and more like there. Yeah, I don't know. I think I drew. The only problem when I do this method is I feel like I make the fingers too big. Yeah, like they're about the same length, or the middle finger is about the same length as from here to here. So I may have drawn these a little bit too big. Ah, no! 9! Height! There you go. I think that works better. Alright. I'm actually kind of, once again, I'm surprising myself. I'm liking how this is turning out. Like, I can already tell it's Spider-Man, even though, like, you know, it's just like the very basics are here. Drawing his jaw a little bit thicker there, though. Preempting that there. Now let's see, so just draw a little bit of a tricep there. Gonna have the shape there. And I am really bad with the forearm muscles, so hopefully that looks okay. While we're here, let's draw. Even just because you've got that swimmer body tone doesn't mean you can't have rockin' abs. So let's see if we can get some spider abs going there. Now see here I'm skimping already like all those 3 segments, like, you know. I don't know. It's because I'm like, this is like the hand that is clenching onto the spider web. Which, by the way, we gotta remember, it's gonna be dangling like this, so... I don't know. Put it like there instead. I guess spider webs have like these weird knot parts to them. So I'm just gonna draw a few of those here. Like that. Kind of looks like barbed wire now that I drew it like that. Oh well. Oh, can you tell what song it is? Hell yeah, more flamenco after that Ace Combat song earlier, Gerudo Valley. Beautiful. I love this part of Ocarina of Time so much. It was cool. It was like also... It was just nice, like, you got to go back to being young Link for a minute, like, hot minute there, because you had to adventure to the Spirit Temple as Kid Link before you could, Well, hold on. Well, I think you go there as Adult Link first, so you can get the song to teleport there, then you go there as Kid Link. Yeah, that's the actual order. Yeah, I'm sorry, my memory's a little off. But point is that, like, it was fun. Like, getting, like, one more break to, like, dick around as Kid Link. It was enjoyable. By the way, this is maybe a dumb admission, but you might recall the lore of the Gerudo is that a male Gerudo is only born, like, every, was it 100 years or 1,000 years or something? I believe. So I know it's like a meme of like the implications of like how the Gerudo reproduce then. Well, another vocal track, this time Persona 4. Alright, cool. Well, when I was a kid, I think I've been on the record of this, I took I'd say a longer time to find out than most people on how babies are made. So as a kid, I thought that pregnancy, okay, I knew what pregnancy was, but I did not know how people become pregnant, right? So I thought that was just something that happened spontaneously to women. So like, when I heard that story about like, you know, a male Gerudo is only born only so often, like every like several generations apart, like I was like, well, I guess they just have a quirk where the kid that spontaneously, you know, appears in the Gerudo's, you know, pregnancy, just like always happens to be women, except for the occasional time. Like, it was only like much years later when I saw people memeing on like, how exactly do the Gerudos find men to propagate their people? And like all the like, well, like that only then was like, oh right, oh okay, ooh. It's all good. Right, okay, we're almost done with Spungler Man here. But we gotta get these legs here, so let's see if I can... Yeah, but I'm happy, like I didn't draw him too mega chunk lord muscular, you know? Like, his legs can be fairly muscular because he's one of those like guys who's like pretty dang agile, so having pretty buff legs is appropriate. But even here, like, I don't want him to like be too... overly buff. Here's tricky. I would love to just copy this, flip it, and use it here. I might just do that to make my life easier, because, like, let's give it a real quick try so I can just free draw this before. I'd love its challenge. Let's see if I can free draw a symmetrical leg here. Didn't quite turn out. That leg looks weird. Also, I'd say... yeah, I don't know. Maybe his legs are a little too spindly. He's got, like, real chicken legs going on here. You know? Like... Let's buff up his legs a little bit. Those. Otherwise, you got a bit of thunder thighs going on there. Make his legs a little bit longer there as well. Okay, I think it'll turn out okay though. Kind of like that vibe. The reason I didn't want to just use the symmetry tool is that, you know, the human body isn't perfectly symmetrical, you know, the little details aren't exactly there, so I wanted to kinda like, you know, like maybe that like comes through if I just kind of free draw it. Like if it was a mechanical character, you know, manufactured character, you know, like a robot, well, you know, that's a different thing entirely. So, you know, you could then definitely use a tool like that. But, yeah. So, anyway, now, just again, before anyone's like, well, what the heck, this is weird having him like this, remember, I'm going to use this tool. So this is going to be, like, final image is going to be looking like this. But it's just easier. It's just so much easier for me to draw him, like, facing the right way, quote unquote. So, gonna do it like that, you know, before I, you know, wrap it up with the final image like so. But yeah, wow, hey, like, this is great. I'm actually mega happy with this. I'm, like, a little surprised that at least at this phase, like, I could get Spider-Man this well, you know? But it gets harder and harder from here on out, because now we gotta, like, actually draw pretty good details here, and I need to try and, like, get those spider webs in there is the scary part. But I committed to this craziness, so here we are. Oh man, he's got all those, like, little stripes on his fingers, too. Oh, more Zelda music. Termina Field, the Smash Bros. Ultimate version. Oh, that's nice. They had Majora's Mask music for Ultimate. That's fun. Oh, listen to that fun song. Kind of obfuscating how grim ultimately Majora's Mask is, but hey, why not? That's fun. Yeah, I'm thinking we wrap up at 10 today, so it's only an hour and a half long stream today. What are you gonna do? But we have some time to start already the, like, more detailed sketches here, so let's see if I'm up to the challenge. And hey, maybe I'll be, like, so engrossed we actually will go long here. Trying to find an image now. Oh, I found an image of Spectacular Spider-Man from the cartoon. That was such a great design. His eyes are less intense there as well, I feel like, so that's kind of fun. Alright, but no, I'm gonna try and draw more comic-y Spider-Man. It's not super lantern-jawed, but he's like a little bit. Boy, here I would kind of want to use the symmetry tool here, though, to, like, put that second eye there, you know? Would make my life a whole lot easier. Damn, this music goes hard. Yeah, it looks too weird. I gotta. This is one where I gotta cheat, so to speak. I just, like, I don't want to screw up this eye. So what we're gonna do is copy and paste. Move the eye there, but that of course looks weird like that. So that's where we are going to use. Alright, we'll hit the OK. And we're gonna hit the flip horizontal. Oop, still looks a little weird. Now considerably less weird. There we go. That's the only way I could make that make sense, you know? What is this? Landstalker, The Treasures of King Noel. I have never heard of this game. Like the energy of it? And right. Back to our old boy Spider-Man here. I don't want this to, like I said, don't want this to become... There we go. Don't want to get that basketball head effect, so trying to do that, and perfect, frickin' perfect. Just draw a little bit of his. Now he's in full spandex, so like, don't want the lines to be too. Like obvious, like again, it's supposed to be like clothes pulled up on his muscles. Trying to get that working there. Okay, I think I got it okay-ish there. Gonna draw that end of the, you know, spider web there already, so I've got an idea like how it covers up his abs there. No, this is actually turning out really nicely. I'm shocked with myself, like holy shit. I did not think I had it in me. Is it actually maybe fun to draw Spider-Man? Would that be a reason for why he is such an enduringly popular guy? Is that comic book artists just like drawing this silly fella? I mean, his head was like, boy, that ultimately was really easy to choose. Pretty happy with how that one went. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing with these fingers now, though. There we go. I like it quite a bit. Tricky part still, I'm gonna really have to look at these references, though. It's not full, like, the red and pattern. He's got those, like, blue parts that I'm going to have to try and draw in there. I'm trying to draw the general character shape before I then draw in the spider webs and also the, like, blue parts. But yeah, absolutely necessary, those blue parts, I feel like, for our spidery guy here, so... Oh, is there going to be a rock the vote on this next song that we're voting on here? Because I voted for an Atelier Rorona song, but there's also a vote for a Witcher song. I guess we'll find out in a minute which one gets it. We'll see how it goes. I'm fine with both, honestly. But haven't listened to the Rorona soundtrack in a while, so it'd be fun. I had a playthrough of that on my channel, if anyone's curious. Atelier Rorona was delightful. Okay, now I'm already like, what the hell did I do here? Yeah. Something like that, I guess. And the angle should be there. There we go. There we we go. Ah, that is The Witcher. It could have been Rorona almost, like it's kind of that energy, but no. We got Evening in the Tavern from the first Witcher. A game I have not played very much. It's weird. Like, I don't know why specifically Witcher 1's opening is such a drag, but like I've like 2 or 3 times started that game up, and I've played the opening part where Kaer Morhen gets attacked, and like I've been barely able to like play through that, and then I get like bored. Like I get to that next like where the game proper starts, and I don't know. I'm just like not interested. Even though that's like where the real game starts, but like for whatever reason, it just does not click with me. Oh, Sonic music. Sure. Oh boy, the original Crush 40, right? Like they hadn't done music before this. This certainly was a mood setter for the Sonic series, you know? Because like this like really informed like, okay, this is what Sonic's gonna be like now, right? Little did they know, 20 years later, it'd be metalcore, baby. Well, you know, no one knew what metalcore itself would morph into back then, so who could have guessed it? But yeah. Anyway, weird thing that they do with this one, right? Because I think after this, pretty much every other Sonic game that uses the butt rock for the final boss, they have it that you have like dark music first, like really be like, oh god, this is the final boss, oh boy, this is intense. And then the rock out music for the like final phase to be like, actually, you're having an awesome time fighting this final boss, you know? But for this one, they did it the other way around. Like, you start the fight out with like this music, and then the final phase of Perfect Chaos, they switched to like that intense, like dark music. They were really kind of figuring things out back then, I guess, of like how should you do this music, you know? And oh boy, this music. Open Your Heart isn't my favorite though. Like immediately the next one has Live and Learn, obviously. Is like banger. I think I drew his it's so hard to like figure this out. Such a unusual pose, you know? How much of his like crotch should be here, you know? Well, maybe, you know, once we flip the image upside down, it'll actually be fine. Also, quickly do this. Nah, it's fine. There we go. Ha 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 ha. See how fun that idea is for an image? Very good. I'm looking at the clock. We should be starting to wrap up the stream, but yeah, I do kind of want to draw... I do kind of want to draw the like suit patterns before we wrap it up. So let's see if I can do that. God, this music just keeps going. Yeah, like I guess I understand why. Like I can see maybe what they were thinking is like. I guess it also makes sense to like have like hype music first, and then like, you know, to really sell you on how dramatic this final boss is. To like then have like the like, you know, dark music for the like final phase. You know. But I think they realized really quickly that the actual energy of Sonic should be like, it's supposed to be a kind of feel good, it's gonna feel awesome to like own the boss. So it's way more appropriate to like have like the cool music for the like final sequence. I mean, they started changing it up around Sonic 06 by having like, instead of having just the like butt rock main theme, they decided to have like an orchestral version. So it's kind of both worlds. It's like the butt rock, but it's been like hyped up with this orchestral version, so it feels more grand than you know, like just the butt rock. So it's got like an energy of this is the final battle, but it's still got the energy of like you're having a great time in this final phase, you know? So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so sorry, back to this one. Gotta draw this one. So I'm just gonna start here. I'm drawing it the wrong way. It's up to his. It's like here. Over here, it like wraps over here, and it's did I draw his other hand too short? I wonder. It should, like, this whole thing still be lowered. A little bit like that. And then stretch the arm out. Because I'm looking at the two arms here, and I feel like this one turned out a little bit too short. I think that looks better like that, so I'm gonna do it like that. And there still for that. No, wait, no, it's supposed to connect there. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, let's see. This one comes about to the waist there-ish. And then, okay, leg should be definitely easier, thankfully. So, let's see. So, drew it there. That. And then they wrap around the calves here. So that's kind of like his patterns. And now, oh boy, okay. Let's do the head first. So it's kind of like that, and then it's got to have this kind of shape. This is, yeah, as I said, this is by far the part I've been dreading the most, you know, like, what are we doing here? But I'm gonna do my best here. Yeah, I think they wrap around like this. Okay, cool. And then, oh right, well, he's got the big old spider logo right there, so. draw that there. Can't have that be missing. That would look weird. But then these patterns. So okay. I think there's gonna be lines in the middle there as well, so just do that. This is gonna be such a nightmare to like do in the line art sequence next time I do one of these streams, but we'll endeavor. Go. You can tell what's going on there. Hoping you can tell. Really quickly, let's turn this off. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty fly. How the heck do the hands go here? Let's see. Is this Disco Elysium music? Wait a second. It is! It's the Whirling in Rags at 8 a.m. music. I thought I recognized. Holy moly, that's fun. Oh, very mature. Very good. Cute. What a fun little drop here as a little vibe for the end of the stream. Yeah, like seriously, I am gonna wrap this up. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta just challenge yourself to like have the strength of character to like do shit, and I think I'm satisfied with the work I put in today. I don't know what I'm doing there. The spider logo, I should have drawn. Maybe I should have just drawn these spider webs first and then drawn the spider logo on top. It's throwing me off. Oh, I forgot to... Right, I forgot to merge these two layers. Hold on. There we go. A little weird there, the arm there, you know, go. Still feel like this arm is a little like this forearm was a little too short. How's that? Looking all right, I think. Right, sorry. One more set of spider stripes here. Or spider stripes, spider web patterns. And these ones are pretty prominent, so let's see if I can make sure they look okay. Such a good soundtrack. British Sea Power. Lovely work, lads. I don't even know if they're British. That's just the name of the band. go. Yeah, hardcore to the max. I drew his drew that tricep a little too big for Spider-Man on that arm, so I think we'll go with that. Yeah, I think that hand was looking a little too chunky. Like I said, like I gotta be careful not to make him like turbo buff guy. I think he's gotta stay svelte. Like definitely ripped, but like not hulking. That's a different energy entirely. Yeah, I like it. And also I kind of didn't make him too angry here, so I kind of like the kind of happy vibes here. Let's see. I feel like these could be like a little bit, I don't know. I shouldn't have started messing with that. Hey, we got the Shin Megami Tensei combat music. There's another banger song. Right, so, yeah, hold on. Ta-da! Here we go. Of course. This is what the final image is going to be like, so... Just make that like so. Interesting that the preview does not change the... Still, like, that's the final one, but this is, of course, what we want it to be like in the end, so hopefully it'll let me save, like, the image like this. Hoping so? No. Interesting. I can also, like, which hand does he hold on? Because, like, this is... He's holding on with the right hand, waiting with the left. If I do this, he's holding with the left. I kind of like the idea that he's like doing like this, you know? So, yeah. But, hey, beautiful. I'm feeling so good about myself that I managed to, like, squeak out the Spider-Man sketch, and it looks this decent, you know? For my first time ever drawing the web head, I'm pretty happy. If I'm allowed to be a little bit self-congratulatory here. So, yeah. This is gonna be great. So, a next stream, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm really hoping that it'll be the final one of this series. I'm hoping I'll be able to just, like, hammer through the, like, Spider-Man sketches, and then do Storm, the final character, Storm, you know? And then all the 8 characters will be done, and we'll be ready. I'll be ready on art-wise for the, thing I'm planning, the playthrough thing. But yeah, like I said, on the one hand I needed to have like this nice cool down with an art stream with you guys. On the other hand, I'm really pooped, so I want to just like chillax now. So it'll only be an hour-and-a-half stream today. Whatever. I'm hoping I'll find some kind of like slot to like stream quote-unquote properly, so I can have a nice like, you know, 2-3 hours maybe to get like those final couple pictures done. But we'll see how it goes. In any case, this was wonderful. Thank you guys for popping in and watching. You who watched it live, or those of you who popped in for the, watched the VODs on the YouTubes. Appreciated it. Have a lovely Monday, everybody, and I'll catch you all on some other lovely occasion for some more artsing. And of course, Super Robot Wars is coming back again. I'm still committed to that, so do look forward to that as well, everybody. For now, though, that's Minsk signing off, and wishing you all a nice evening, or day, or morning, or whatever. Just have a good one. Bye-bye!